It's a sad day, America. It's a sad day, world. So I was, out getting my grind on and, doing my daily, trying to get them pennies, quarters, nickels, and dimes. One of the homies hit me up on YouTube, was like, yo, Kobe Bryant just passed away. He was, and he didn't tell me how, he just told me that he passed away. And I'm thinking it's a joke, you know. It was anonymous. His name was Anonymous. He was like, "Hey, Tone, Kobe Bryant dead at age 41 due to a helicopter crash." Then when I read helicopter crash, I was like, "Okay, that's highly possible." Kobe was a rich man, rich people take helicopter trips all the time. Heck, poor people take helicopter trips, but rich people have more access to that. And these accidents aren't, to me, they're not rare. Helicopter accidents are not rare. Uh, people have always talked about how helicopters aren't even supposed to fly, but they do. A couple of years ago, we lost a whole Navy SEAL team to a helicopter crash. Whole Navy SEAL team was like 6 or 7 of them, all on one helicopter. Boom, crashed. That was it for all of them. So this is shocking, but the helicopter crash is not shocking. Unfortunately, there's just too many of them. Um, I was not okay. Let me say this. Not that it really matters. I'm a nobody. But I watched some. I watched some of the Black Mamba games when he became the Black Mamba. I watched him go through his trials and tribulations. With the wife. Oh my God, his wife is stunning. And I was always like, I always gave him more credit for having a beautiful wife than playing, the game of basketball. I was never amazed at the game of basketball, except how far somebody can jump. But he was a doggone good. He's one of the best there is, and that's just that. Um, he had a family, and his daughter died with him. His daughter was 13. She was on the helicopter as well. It's just, it's just sad. It's just so. Eh, 41 years old is just terrible. It's just sad. It's just uh no, not Rick. Uh, uh, I'm gonna tell you something. I didn't know a lot about Rick Fox except I know he played with the Lakers. But where I was, when I started learning about Rick Fox, is I saw him doing some acting. And he was in one show or movie, and he was like, "Do you know who I am? I'm Rick Fox. Rick Fox." I always thought that was dope. Like I'm that dude. Even though I'm not even playing with the Lakers anymore, but I played with the Lakers. Like I'm that dude. I was like, okay, Rick Fox, do you? So I was, kind of into his acting prowess. Like, all right, Rick, thug it out, But it just, boy, I tell you what. And the one dude was crying. The one guy who played with the Lakers, Tyrone Chandler, he was just sitting there. He's at the game, sitting on the sideline, just crying. He can't believe it. He just can't believe it. And I mean, it's just unbelievable. Like we're just, I'm stunned, and I'm not even an avid basketball fan. But I'm just like this dude was, like one of the pinnacles of the game, just gone like that over a. Jeez, who was driving this doggone thing? Who was the pilot? But a good gust of wind will come and knock a helicopter right over. We've seen it over and over again. Even a big old Huey. Don't know what a Huey is? Look it up. knock a big old Huey over in a heartbeat. Good old gust of wind and come and tilt those doggone rotors, and that's it. Shoot, man, I just don't know what else to. I came live because I thought that some of you sports guys, because I do sports every now and then. I thought some of you sports guys wanted to chime in, tell me more about Kobe, uh, tell me more about what happened. Kind of fill me in because like I said, I don't follow basketball that much, but just dang, just wiped out what I'm saying, him and his daughter, Rick Fox. Shoot. Rest in peace, Kobe. Rest in peace, Diana. Rest in peace, Rick Fox. I mean, this is devastating. It's devastating. This is devastating because, you know, for you people who, have his jersey and, really love to see him play and grew up watching him. I feel for y'all. I do. I feel for y'all. I'm not that deeply connected, but it's still a loss, so I feel for y'all. There are people who loved him, never met the man, didn't have to. They loved what he did for them. They loved the catharsis they got from seeing him just go out and do his thing. They loved his raw talent. The fact that I think he came out of high school, didn't he? He came out of high school into the game, just like LeBron, just like a couple other players. I don't think they do that anymore. They don't allow that anymore. But Kobe was one of those people who just came right out of high school. They loved the fact that he was compared next to Michael Jordan. That still is a conversation. Who was the better? Him, LeBron James, Michael Jordan. There's a couple of other people out there that's in that mixed. Were in that mix. Bill Russell. I think he has 11 rings. So that conversation will always be who was the best. And what it comes down to, it's of course numbers, but how are you connected to these people? That's what it really comes down to, because some people like watching who's the dude from the 76ers, I think that's his initials. Shoot, I forgot his name. It depends on how connected you were to these players. Who was the best to you? Who had the best jump shot? You know what I'm saying? Stackhouse, Kukos. I mean, who did you like the best? That's the way I feel about it. When I look at a game, I look at the player, and I usually follow the player. I don't usually follow the team unless it's the Steelers. But I usually follow the player, and I enjoy what the player can do. So, yeah, I feel bad about this. It's a terrible thing. And, it's just, it's never good when somebody is snuffed out. I mean, his kid was snuffed out too, just gone. You can't blame it on anybody. That's not going to do any good. They're not going to come back. It's just all you could do is seek some comfort from someone somehow, and remember that person and honor that person. I mean, heck, buy his little girl's jerseys and give them to your little girl and have her have them rock her jersey, because she obviously played basketball. I don't know what number, probably her dad's number, whatever that was. You know, buy her, for your little girl who likes to play basketball, in her honor. Stuff like that. I don't know how you guys do, but, you know, Kobe was an interesting character. He had some ups and downs, and it was all public, and we were able to follow him, the life of a super megastar, and we were able to enjoy him. And Here's the good thing about it all. It's all on tape. We can always go back and look at when Kobe decided to become the Black Mamba, where he just went off one game and just was like, I'm just gonna show everybody what I'm made of. We can always go back and look at his numbers and compare him to whoever and just enjoy the legacy that he left. Like I said, it's all public. It's all on tape. We can enjoy that legacy. We can watch him play over and over again until, we get tired. So that's the beauty of it all. I don't know if his little girls' games were televised, uh, because they televise kids' games now. Look at LeBron James, his son. His older son. His games are played in stadiums now. They're not even played in regular high school, and then everybody's YouTube and everything. So they're chronologizing everything. So I don't know if his little girl's games were, you know, if you can turn to, I don't know, kids ESPN or however it goes and tune in. But, it would be nice to be able to see her, shoot the J, shoot the rock, little Bryant, shoot the rock, little Bryant. You know what I'm saying? Come through the middle, with the fade, little Bryant in the house. It'd just be nice to see that. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I don't know. All we can do is celebrate, these people's lives, you know, and celebrate their mistakes too. Like, you made a mistake, and I don't mean go out and do what they do. I mean, look at them and realize that they're human just like you are. They made mistakes. They got caught out there. You know what I'm saying? They had the world at their feet, and they tripped and fell and got back up and still lived a good one. And that's the same thing we do. We trip, we fall, we get back up, and we're just like they are. You know what I'm saying? They just have a lot more money, a lot more fame, a lot more pressure to deal with. But we got our little world too. Well, we got to deal with it. We got to get up in the morning and get right. Because if we don't, we get left. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. You don't want to be out in the cold. So the man used his talent to feed his family. Big ups to him. Some people didn't like him because he had a sharp tongue and he ain't put up with your mess. Big up to him. Some people didn't like, the fiasco that he went through. Uh, but they went through some fiascos too. Like, look at your own life. Shut up, look at your own life. Cause you done did some dirt too. The man went through it. He got it right. He got Vanessa a big old ring after that. You know what I'm saying? Had some chillets. And, you know, died with his daughter. That's hard, man. That's hard. That's hard, man. That's hard right there. That's hard. Die with your daughter and your teammate. That's hard, boy. That's a hard. That's hard right there. That's man. That's too much. That's too much. Like your two people you love dearly. Like, you can't. Anyways, that's hard, man. That's hard. His last week was giving LeBron James people props for passing him and scoring. Yeah, suspicious to me. Okay, we going there. Tell him what's going on. Kobe Bryant died. Kobe Bryant and his kid. Uh, blood sacrifice. Okay, we going there. That's what we doing. Just been reported. Rick Fox survived the crash. All right, that's what's up. We got some kind of something. Rick Fox survived. All right, thank you. He entered the league at 17. Yeah, 17. Ward 24. Thank you. You guys know I don't know because I don't follow it. Ward 24 and died at 41. You smell that? hey, hey, you know what? You guys are better at me than the whole conspiracy thing. I I don't put the dots together like you do. But I listen to it. I listen to your thoughts. I don't dismiss it because we know it's a thing. We know it's real. We know it happens in the music world too, where there's a lot of people leaving this planet in an untimely fashion. We know that this happens. We know regular people, get caught up in it too, and all of a sudden they're gone because they knew too much, they seen too much, or something too much, and some, something happens to them. So yeah, I don't dismiss none of you conspiracy theorists when it because I'm right on the edge of it. I think it's all fixed. I'm right on the edge of it. You got people like Dennis Quaid out there talking about, he was he was undercover. He was hiding out because he was like, there are people in Hollywood who actually go and kill stars. This is what Dennis Quaid was saying. Crazy Dennis Quaid ain't that crazy. He was like, there are people who kill superstars, and he called them star killers or something like that. I was like, okay, Dennis Quaid, put us on to it. But we already knew that because, the people who run it, they dirty, they shiesty. You know what I'm saying? Uh, we know them. They're the same people who run the music industry. We know that there are a lot of people paying tribute in one way or another. We looked at what Juice World, what just happened in Juice World. Uh, he died from an overdose of whatever that was. But nonetheless, before that, there was a video showing him about, selling his soul. He was talking. I was like, oh, in the name of Jesus, don't do that. But he was like, I just sold my, I was like, oh, heaven have mercy. Please don't do that. And now he's gone. So we can only guess, if he believed in selling his soul, we know what just happened in Juice World. If he didn't repent, and turn to, God before he left hopefully he got it in before he, while he was dying, Lord, please take my soul. And, hopefully God granted him that, was just like, now I'm going to snatch you from the fire. But if he didn't repent of that, and that's what he believes, that's what I believe, then, right now he's in the devil's hell. And I don't want to believe a Juice WRLD's in the devil's hell. I want to believe that he was conscious enough to, before he left this world, to say, hey, Lord, please take my soul. I'm hoping that's what happened. That's what I choose to believe. So yeah, it's out here. I mean, you guys, man, you guys do these numbers. Here's the thing about conspiracy theorists, though. Let me say this. Why can't you guys predict who's gonna go? This is not me coming at you in the wrong way. This is me saying, when things happen to people and you guys start putting these numbers together, and then they come up with some kind of whatever, why can't you guys predict what's gonna happen? That's my only thing. I mean, after it happens, is there's all kind of angles and ways to look at things, but tell me what's going to happen. And then it happens. I'm like, okay, I feel you, because because we know that there are sacrifices that these people make to have all this money, to live this rich life, so the police will leave them alone. We know that this is a real thing. Because if you don't, then the cops come and get you, and then they start running you in through the court system. Next thing you know, you're paying millions and millions of dollars to, the police organization and the courts, and they're framing you and putting things on you that you just didn't do. It's just like and it's just your big fall from grace, for one reason or another. If you guys are going to talk all these sacrifices, tell me who's next. You conspiracy theorists out there who, put this kind of stuff together, put it together and tell us who's next. Tell us who's going to be a blood sacrifice next. Because, that would make me really pay attention. I'll be all ears. I'll be like, oh, okay, well then, we know so and so is, this is going to happen to them, you know. Hopefully it won't, but numbers don't lie. So if you guys are putting numbers together and saying that Kobe died and it's suspicious to you, well, what does his daughter have to do with it? Because she's dead too. Well, she was on the helicopter. I'm hoping she's not dead. If Rick Fox isn't dead, then maybe the young girl could have survived. It doesn't. I mean, it just says that she was on the plane or on the helicopter. So did she die or didn't she die? You know, I'm hoping she didn't. I mean, because that's just terrible. But if she did, what does she got to do with anything? For you guys talking blood sacrifices, all that other stuff. Anyway, it's your boy Tone 202. Anywhere around, it's a sad day, America. This is just not something you want to hear. I didn't know the man. I've never been to any of his games, but in my eyes, he deserved to live as long as anyone else. And not that his family will ever see this video, but I pray in the name of Jesus that you're comforted, that Kobe made it into the gates of heaven. And if the daughter died, she did too. And that their spirits live on in comfort, in peace, and love. And, that's what I pray. I'm out.